the distant village of Obiagu, there lived a young girl named Oluchi. Oluchi was the only child of her parents and the pride of her parents, Ebube and Adaobi. Oluchi was a well-behaved girl and always reminded by her parents to be of her best behavior and not to bring shame to herself and the family. While Oluchi's mother Adaobi was strict and always warned her to stay away from guys and not bring unwanted pregnancy to them, Ebube, her father, was so soft with her and always quick to give her whatsoever she asked for. He had great plans for her and wanted her to study law in the university. Oluchi was 17 years old when she finished secondary school, and her father was already making plans for her to get admission into the university. Oluchi was an intelligent and well-behaved girl. She worked towards her dreams and aspirations and wanted to make her parents proud. She had a friend named Chibike, who was also a boy of her age. They have both finished secondary school, and while Oluchi wanted to study law, Chibike wanted to study medicine. However, Chibike had an uncle abroad who had promised to help him study abroad, and he was hopeful towards that. Adaobi have noticed the closeness between Chibike and Oluchi, and she felt uncomfortable with it. So she called Oluchi and told her, "My child, I know you are a well-behaved girl, and you have always made me and your father proud. But there is something that is giving me concern. It's about your friendship with Chibike. I'm not comfortable with your friendship with him. You know you are not a small girl anymore, and any mistake between you and the opposite sex, you will become pregnant. Oluchi, I want you to be very careful and reduce your closeness with Chibike so you will not be a victim of unwanted pregnancy. If both of you are together, make sure you are both outside. On no account should you stay with him indoors." Oluchi understood her mother and promised to be careful. Months later, Chibike received the good news of his admission abroad from his uncle. He was very excited and went on to share the good news with Oluchi. She was very happy for him, but at the same time, she was sad because she would be left alone when Chibike traveled. So she said, "Chibike, you know you are my only friend. Who will keep me company when you travel? And who will play with me and accompany me to the market?" Chibike felt sad and he said, "Oluchi, I'm just going for my studies, and you know it is for the best. I wish we can study together, But before you know it, I will be back. And by that time, it will be big. Because I will be a doctor, while you, Oluchi, will be a lawyer, Chibike said, and they both hugged each other. At this point, they were getting emotional. They were sitting in front of Chibike's house at this time. But since Chibike's mother was not at home and no one was around, they went into the house and within the twinkle of an eye, they had sex. Few weeks later, Chibike traveled and Oluchi was very sad and unhappy. She will always lock herself inside her room and not participate in activities in the house. Adaobi noticed her daughter's change in behavior since Chibike traveled, but she felt relieved that Chibike is no more in the village because it's obvious that her daughter have started developing feelings for him. Thank God he's out of the village, Adaobi said. Weeks passed and Oluchi was still sad and unhappy. She would lie down on her bed all day thinking. She will refuse to eat or even have conversation with her mother. One day, Adaobi entered her daughter's room to check up on her. She found her shivering on the bed. She touched her head and it was hot. She was shocked and afraid. So she rushed her to the hospital. Adaobi's husband, Ebube, was not at home that morning as he has gone to work. Oluchi was attended to by the doctor, but after conducting some tests, the doctor told Adaobi that nothing serious was wrong with Oluchi, that it was just early pregnancy symptoms. Adaobi was shocked and she said, "What? Pregnant? How?" The doctor said, "Ma, your daughter is 2 weeks pregnant and she needs extra care and nutrition now." With disbelief, she turned to look at Oluchi, who was already crying. She took Oluchi to another hospital. That is when it was clear to her that her beloved daughter is pregnant. Adaobi quietly went home without uttering a word to Oluchi, who was walking behind her. They got home. Adaobi sat down thinking, holding the pregnancy results in her hand, while Oluchi sat at a corner crying. Ebube returned home at that time, filled with excitement because he had just gotten the news that Oluchi had been given admission to study law at the state university. As he entered into the house, his excitement faded in curiosity as he saw his wife sitting looking lost while his daughter was crying seriously. He asked, "Adaobi, what is the matter? Did someone die? The place was silent as she did not reply. He shouted, "Someone should tell me what is going on." Adaobi replied, "Our daughter is pregnant." As she handed the results of the pregnancy to him, he looked at it. As his eyes caught positive, he was angry and he went to where Oluchi was and shouted at her, "Who got you pregnant?" Oluchi could not say a word. Then he thundered, "Who put you in the family way? Talk before I strangle you to death." It is Chibike. Ebube was mute. While Adaobi shouted, I knew it. I warned you. I saw this coming and I warned you. Oluchi, you have brought shame to this family." At this point, Ebube dragged Oluchi out and headed for Chibike's house. They met Chibike's mother at home, and Ebube told her, "Oluchi is pregnant for your son, and I have brought her for you." Then he left Oluchi there. Chibike's mother turned to her and said, "You, this girl, you want to destroy my son's life. Thank God he is not around. Leave this place before I pour hot water on you." Oluchi ran out of the compound with tears in her eyes. At this time, she was filled with regret. She regretted her actions and she felt bad for bringing shame to herself and her parents. When she got home, she went down on her knees and pleaded with her father and mother. She said, "Daddy, Mommy, please, I know you are really hurt and disappointed in me, but please forgive me and give me a second chance." Ebube was really pained and heartbroken, and he said, "I will not forgive you. You have brought shame and reproach to this family. You will make me and your mother a laughingstock in this village." Oluchi, what did I ever do to you that you choose to bring shame to me? I gave you all the love and care you deserve. I have good intention for you, and I have just gotten the news of your admission in the university. Now, what is the use of that? You have spoiled everything. You shattered all the dreams and hopes I have for you." Oluchi, who was still crying, said, "Father, I'm sorry." Adaobi knelt down to beg her husband to forgive Oluchi, that she is still their daughter and they can't throw her away. Ebube stand up and left in anger. leaving Adaobi and Oluchi on their knees. Hi guys, what do you think about this story? Will Ebube ever forgive Oluchi? And will Oluchi further her education, or her dreams and aspirations will go down the drain? See that in part 2. Like, comment and subscribe to this channel if you have not done so, and turn on the notification button to get notified when next I upload interesting video. Bye.